Yo, Maddie. First, love it. Welcome. This is episode 22. What's up, Ranch Mayo? Dudes, Ranch Mayo, this is Maddie. Maddie, this is Ranch Mayo. We have something in common. Okay? We have something in common. It's our love for particular IP that has the word battle. It also has the word field, usually followed by some numbers. Sometimes regular numbers, sometimes Roman numerals, sometimes a year. So, Maddie, Battlefield 4. Maddie, this is Ranch. Dude, have you guys watched the new Portal trailer? So, how far past 11? I'll give you that one. I'll let that slide. It's borderline, but I'll let that slide. I'll let that slide. Okay, I'll let that slide. How far past 11 is your hype meter? You playing a bunch of BF4? Yeah, I've been playing. Apparently, my controller is broken. It's been broken for quite a while. I think Battlefield 4 sort of 2042 is your hype meter. Yes. Oh boy. It's all the dumb things we've thought about doing. Now they've given us the tools to do all the dumb things we want to do. Hype. I mean, they went big. Knife versus defib right off the bat. It's like, yes, that's the level of stupid you can expect. I'm so excited. So excited. All right, this is a work Friday, which means I will have to stop exactly at 1300. So I can shower and go to work. Every day. Hey, Matty V, I'm almost there every day. Actually, last night, I was like, okay, I'll go for, I played a bit of something or the other, played a little bit of Battlefield. Like, all right, after dinner, I'm going to go for my evening ride. Went for a ride. Like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed. 12:30 when I got home. Midnight, right? Okay, I'll just play a few rounds of Battlefield. Broken controller. Yeah, I did. I popped in for a bit. I was working on I'm so bad, man. I was working on the stuff for today. Just a few broken controller and all, right? Player character being jerked, the camera being jerked up to the sky, spinning around, jerked to the left. I didn't care. That's how bad the addiction is. It's so strong. So Ranch, make sure you give Maddie11B a follow and vice versa. I'm assuming it's going to be cross-play for everything. It really is an addiction, right? I'm hoping it's all cross-play for PS5 and PC. That way, Maddie, we can squad up and proceed to do just dumb things with you and your friends and everyone from the Fantasy Coffee Club and whoever else we can draw into this. All right. It is crossplay, but only for next gen. Okay, I love it. I love that. PS5, PC, or whatever that new Xbox is called. Oh, that's brutal. You can't dismiss it like that. But yeah, what is it called? Okay, so PS4 and Xbox. That's pretty cool though. That in itself is pretty cool. Xbox Series S. There we go. That is pretty cool. So Xbox Series X, PS5, PC. I wonder what's gonna happen to like private servers now that we have the Portal. I wonder if you can carry over your Portal settings to a private. I'm still playing No Man's Sky. Even when I'm not playing No Man's Sky, I'm playing No Man's Sky. All right. Let's take a step away because we can talk Battlefield all day. I could talk about what happened. Was it last night or sometime yesterday on the what's the hotel? Hainan, whatever it's called. Some guy got his jet stuck in the trees, and all you hear for about 35 seconds is Hawaiian Resort. That's it. I can't pronounce it. And he's stuck in the trees and he can't move because apparently there's a building or something that's not destructible. And all you hear is no one's shooting at him, and he's just trying to take off. And you just stop and watch, right? It's like, is he gonna make it? Meanwhile, mortars are flying overhead. You're getting messages like, "Oh, sniper, due east," right? Just like, yeah, but this guy is trying to take off, and this is really important. We have to see if he's gonna. Like, I got a 8 hit or something came on and just wiped him out. It was hilarious. I mean, that's one of the reasons. Yes, let's boost the stream. That's one of the reasons we play the game, right? And that's why we're not going to talk about it, because there are probably a million stories like that. Okay, all right, we'll take a break. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fancy Coffee Club Radio, episode 22. As they say on Japanese radio, I will be your navigator for the next hour and 22 minutes or so, if that. Welcome all, welcome Maddie11B. Hi, lurkers, I know you're there. Hello, bots, I know you're sitting there being bots. Hello, Commander Root, the best bot ever. If Commander Root is in your channel, don't ban Commander Root. It's the best bot ever. The guy that runs it creates all kinds of tools for streamers so you can handle your stuff. Commander Root just sort of hangs out and does stuff? I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he's cool. Commander Root is cool. I wouldn't say German, but I'm not 100% sure. That's probably the only cool bot. There are a few others that don't seem to do anything, so I don't bother them. So, hi bots. Welcome to the show. All right. As usual, this show is brought to you by Breakbeat Kings. It's a royalty-free, and I've actually kind of gotten tired of listening to this particular album playlist, so I'm looking for a new one. I finally got tired. 22 episodes in, I finally got sick of it. This is also brought to you by Sips, which is a geeky tool for geeks that allows you to download images. No, it not reformats. It resamples images, puts in metadata, all kinds of wonderful stuff. Okay. All right. Excellent. Have a good one, Maddie, and we will see you on the battlefield, sir. A CSV kit to convert your comma-separated value text into tables like you see here. JSON, SQL. You can grep through it with CSV grep. You can sort it with CSV sort. Pipe it over to CSV look and get a beautiful table. And CSV cut doing all the geekies things. All right. Night. The VOD will be here. Bye. Sleep tight, you guys. We have Curl, ImageCat, Canva, and of course the best video. We're still holding this as the best video. Funkbot 10,000. The best music video ever. For now, until I get bored with it also. Sorry, it's just the way that I am. It's unfortunate. That's the reality. Okie doke. So, let's let this play for just a moment. I need to go carry out one final activity. I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we are back. So we have to wait for a few people to pop up. I need to know who's here. If you're here, just say hi. If you're lurking, it's okay. Just continue to lurk. And if you're here and you can't really watch, but you can listen, just wave hi. You know, someone's here. Shouting into the void can be a little lonely sometimes. You can hear it all by yourself. All right, ouch. All right, we're going to have GTS Gran Turismo Sport results for the final round of the Double Dash series. Taoism, share what you know. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. We have show and tell, a good definition for success, album covers, and I forgot some other stuff. Not everything is on the list, but yeah, that is what is happening today. Unfortunately, a lot of this podcast revolves around sort of audience participation. It's like it kind of stuck until someone turns up and says hi. I don't know what to do. I haven't planned for people, like no one to be talking. I know people are here, but sometimes they can't chat. So, I guess I'll continue to converse with myself. And they say it's okay to talk to yourself. Verbalize, but if you answer back, that's a problem. So, as long as I don't answer back, I'm good, right? Right. Wait, what? Who said that? All right. So, we had the final round of the Double Dash series. And the final point standings are Laser Team with 103 points, over 9,000, Vegetable Varieties with 89, Heavy Metal Racing with 80, Phantom Racers with 71, Red Wind with 67, and Blame with 8 whopping points. And remember, as the text says, way down there in the bottom right-hand corner, right under the number 8, hashtag not a cult, totally not a cult. It was an interesting series in terms of the car combo, the car and track combination. We raced trucks for the final round at Miyabi, which is a fictitious circuit located in Kyoto, and it's called the Kyoto Driving Park. It's a very short circuit. Quite big elevation change for a very, very tiny circuit. You start the lap off, start finish line, and immediately begin to climb. I'm not sure how far you climb, but it's a hefty climb. If you were to walk it, you would be winded and sweaty at the top. You climb, you slightly crest, and then you climb a little bit more into the weird bottle cap top hairpin at the top of the circuit, and then you start your plunge back down toward the start finish line, which is interrupted by a weird, you come off this hard right hand hairpin, and then you start this dive, which is immediately followed by a left right very tight S or chicane that if you're late into the turn, you're gonna find the wall immediately upon exit. And we raced the big old Ford Raptors. Other races, Super Formula somewhere. By far for me, the most fun was the Lamborghini race at Blue Moon Bay with the wicked tire and fuel modifiers. Hey, you decide to make salad dressing last minute? Nice, get that salad dressing going. What's in that salad dressing, dear sister? So the team of Spazer Laser and JPN bring home the trophy for the Double Dash series, brought to you by Peanut Butter Twix or something along those lines. Can't quite remember what the tagline was at the end there. Phantom Racers, myself, and Havoc with 71 points. Unfortunately, there were two races within the 8-race series where he was unable to participate, and then I punted him in one particular race, causing him to fall further down the grid. All right, we have lemon, garlic, red pepper, olive oil, fancy Dijon, and lemon juice. Sounds delicious. I want all those. I like all those things. Well, yeah, even the olive oil. As long as they're not olives, I'm good. Olive oil, lemon juice, lemon slices, lemon peel, lemon seeds, lemon rind, lemon, the little white hard bits that separate the juicy fruit bits in between. Which part of the lemon? Just the whole lemon dropped in? Or like you juice the lemon and then just drop the dry husk of a lemon inside? I'm so confused. And garlic, I'm gonna assume that was grated garlic. Red pepper. Well, you have lemon twice. Hey, what's up, Nate? Hey, he's the chief, your caffeinated friend. It's the iMorph podcast show. Yes, it is. It is time for the iMorph TV Fancy Coffee Club / It's Not a Cult Until It's a Cult podcast. All right. Good morning, Redo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Redo, how have you been, good sir? Still working from home? Just the juice. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, I'm a big fan of malicious compliance and bending your words to mean things that they don't mean if you're not careful. I can't help it. It's just the way that I am. Yes, in about 2 months, we probably go back to non-home office, at least partially. Okay. Hey, enjoy the final 2 months. Enjoy those final 2 months. Get your work gaming life happening. Alrighty. All right, the clock is ticking. I wasn't late. I was late, but I wasn't late today. And you're asking yourself, Morph, really? Is this the game we're going to play? And I'll say to you, yes, this is the game that we're going to play. So, working from home is great. For the original 11 o'clock start, I was 25 minutes late. But for the new unofficial soft target of 11:30, I was 5 minutes early. Ooh, that rhymed. Oh. That wasn't intentional, but hey, I'll take it. All right, let's move on. On the docket today, we have show notes. Tower of Wisdom. Let's move on to Tower of Wisdom. For the moment, work from home is best. Yeah, it is nice. Okay, I need to see what. I don't know what photos I have here, so I've got to. I'm organized, but I'm not organized. All right, let's go. Let's revisit. Ah, that's what we're doing. Let's revisit. Sharing is caring, and I don't have those images, but share what you know. Oh no, I don't know what those images are. Was that last week? Let's see if I can go find them. Oh, you played Death Stranding? That is such a mind bender of a game. I very rarely enjoy story driven games. 51%? Will that make you a major shareholder or a stakeholder? Well, I'm here 51% of the time, so I get to say. Renegotiate that contract. Renegotiate. It's like, I want a voting share. It's a Kojima driven game, yes. And so the whole time you're basically just scratching your head going, wait, what? Who? Huh? But they're constantly whipping you forward. Reconnect America, right? And then she's there, she's calling to you. And you're like, yes, all right. And it's so clear what you have to do. And then the nonsense that's happening around you. Yeah. And it's very clear what you're trying to do. And then they let you go on the playground. And then when you get bored delivering things, you're like, okay, what's the next piece? Oh no, yes, some of us did make a mess. Some of us did possibly trigger BT event, but that's not important right now. What we're talking about is how great the game is. But it was great, just, Reconnect America. I love that. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so share what you know. Now the problem I have just created for myself is I forgot to carry over the images from last week. So you have to bear with me as I do some of this dumb stuff. Because someone, this is that images. So can we go to 021? No, we cannot. We can go one level back. I think 021? No. Maybe one more? Oh, one more? No? I didn't go that far, did I? Apparently I did. No? No. Alright, wait. I've gone too many levels. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Okay. There we are. Okay. Not 31. 21? No, 21. 21 more. 21. There we go. Images. Oh, we're winning. And we don't want to... I guess we do have to go there, don't we? Uh-oh. Will this work? No, that'll just be temporary. Dang it. Okay, we can go here. Actually, what we'll do is this. Sorry, you guys. Who's the man behind the curtain? It's I. Okay, so there we go. All right, so for example, we had the lettuce knowledge from our lovely sibling, right? Lettuce, how to keep lettuce fresh for a long period of time. Thank you guys for entertaining each other. Oh, going over that peak hurt. That really build roads, zip lines. Oh my God. I hate the wind farm. What's his name? Jake Wind Farm? There's a GIF out there about that shows a guy driving up in a car, and then it's Jake, it's the wind farm where he's delivering the package, and he just he rings the doorbell. The delivery guy rings the doorbell, throws the package, and then flips off Jake. I hate those. That was like the worst place ever. So anyway, we have sharing is caring, and Photo Spice gave us lettuce. Rinse, cut, dry, store in a container with paper towels to absorb moisture. Will last for a week. The Brown Bunny. And let's check in with Midnight Chef to see if she tried it out. And I'm being ignored. Let's see if Midnight Chef tried it out. And I'm going to assume the answer to that question is a big, fat no. So we will continue this experiment later this week. Living in a salad world, salad girl. Some people feed me lots of roast beef and Chipotle. Oh yeah. No, that's not how the song goes. No. I could have sworn those were the lyrics. Alright, so we had sharing is caring. So my question to you guys is, what have you got? What you got? What you got this week? What pearls of wisdom? Even recommendations? There's Chipotle? Yeah, I've never had it, but apparently that's the thing in the States. Everyone loves it. So what have you guys got? Have you guys got a simple tip like, oh, I've got a No Man's Sky tip. Is the Saladin of salad. Guardians. I've got a No Man's Sky tip. If you D-pad left, you can cycle through the tooltips and the notifications. Yep. It'll also reveal your current objectives. Hey, what's up? What's up, SK? My. How have you been? Saladin, that's great. Saladin, this is not Saladin, but Saladin is also from Destiny. Photo Spice. So I love that. So yeah, if you play No Man's Sky and you need to see what your objectives are, like how many flora you need to scan, or how many minerals, or how many fauna, D-pad left. That is my contribution. I should actually make a table for this. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay. So, what have we got, you guys? Have we got food prep tips? Do we have driving tips, gaming tips, Q-tips? What have we got this week? What do you got for me? Don't play Monaco on F1 2021. Just skip it. That is very specific. I would like to know why we shouldn't play Monaco on 2021. Oh my god. I need to store these somewhere. New physics do not go hand in hand with a racing track that does not deserve the name racing track. Oh. All right. Hot take. We got a hot take here, folks. We got a hot take. And for those of you who don't know why this is a hot take, dear sister, some people don't feel that Monaco, the street circuit, some people feel that Monaco is no longer a viable circuit for modern day F1. It's a hot take. Now, though I agree that Monaco makes for some very not made for TV viewing, it gets better next season probably. But I'm a big fan of Monaco. I love the whole show. I love the fact that everyone has to do something. If you want to pass, you have to do something so over the line. Yeah. But the new physics do not go hand in hand with the racing track that does not deserve the name racing track. See, that's what makes it a hot take. hold on. Let me see if I can do this right. Is it T? That'll work, right? Oh no, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Why did it not work? Why did it ask me for more input? We're gonna cancel that. Did I do that? Did that work? Okay, that worked. Okay. All right. And then we're going to okay, that should work. All right. So your tip, dry dead skin on your feet, soak in a little bit of original Listerine and warm water will soften the feet and remove crusty bits. There we go. All right. See you, Nate. I hope this works. That should work, right? Oh, sweet. Okay. All right. Magic. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. They don't have to be gaming tips. It's whatever people have. By the way, Redo, I've decided to lean 110% into Bash and command line scripting. Every time I try to get into Python, the only language I was actually able to learn sort of was PHP. But for some reason, my brain rejects. Python for some reason. Maybe I just at that age. Your job is job. You loved PHP. Thank you. So my addictions, I've decided to fully lean into Bash scripting and Excel. And I just realized that I'm starting to put bits and pieces of my life into spreadsheets, bookmarks. What else am I putting in there? Mainly recently it's been bookmarks and Twitch clips. Yes. Excel is the best program ever made. I have a recommendation for you two then, if you will give me 30 hot seconds. Let me just go over to Safari. I discovered a book called where's my library? Experience Curating: How to Gain Focus, Increase Influence, and Simplify Your Life. So, I've come to the conclusion that I am a bit of a robot. I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with that. I sound like a happy, joyous person, right? It's like, oh wow, so much emotion. This is my default state.
Thank you for trying this demo.
I have either this or frustration. And then if I'm not frustrated, then I default back to this is my default state. So people have resting bish face or whatever. That's them. That's on them. That's what they are. I'm the exact opposite. I'm just bubbly. But compared to
Thank you for trying this demo.
I don't know. Emotions are ugh, right? So, what are you doing? Stop it! I don't know. You know, they said just stop whatever you're doing. I was just jumping in. Okay. So, being aware makes life way more magic. It does. So, this book, the guy who wrote the book, Joel, he's tied a lot of emotion into this. He narrated the book himself. So there's a lot of emotion. So, Excel. Oh, you're gonna love this book. Okay, right. Hold on. I got this book for you. Just a minute then. I think this is going to be a nasty, nasty long link, and for that I apologize. Just make sure it works. Okay, I purchased the audio book version, so here that is, right there. So I've sort of stumbled across this, because I didn't like XML. Didn't enjoy it at all. JSON, I kind of enjoy, but it wasn't, well, I was trying to learn it by myself, so the difference between like objects and arrays and stuff, I was confused by all of that, right? Because everyone had different names like dictionaries, or some people called them hashes. Everyone had a different name, so I wasn't sure about what I was looking at. But the concept of JSON is great. It adds a lot. Oh, and SQL. Loved SQL. Loved SQL. MySQL. So I've always loved sort of curating stuff and making, I don't know, like list? Would that be the correct thing to say? And so I realized I do the same. I've started doing that with my students, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. So your current work project includes transferring 1.6 gigabytes of XML from Lotus Notes to the platform we sell to our customers, and JSON breaks their rich text fields. Oh my God. I don't even know. That, you know how much? That is a lot of information. And JSON breaks their rich text fields. What are rich text fields? I'm not sure what a rich text field is. Excel gives me feelings. So yeah, so I'm either this state here or disappointed. What you see is what you get extra. Okay. So I'm either frustrated or disappointed. I don't quite understand what it means to be sad. I think sad sort of lives in frustrated because I couldn't do anything. So it's either this state or frustrated, this state or disappointed. That's it. That's my whole range right there. I will feel an overwhelming sense of sympathy/empathy for others. And I think that's it. That's pretty much me. Yeah. You need to. Yeah, you do. Sorry, I think I still left a lot of that on the table. It's like, oh, just take a little bit of that. I don't need that. On the DNA table, right? And you're just like, ooh, what's this? You shouldn't have touched that, by the way. I should have written, do not touch. So that way, thanks. Sorry. I should have put a big sticker on it. It's like, don't touch this. No. Stay away from the sads. All right, so we have 2 tips this week. 3 actually, if you include a swap out for salt, which I think I can do. If I just say echo or salt. Aha! I think I'm so clever. Right. So let's move on. Sharing is caring. Let's move on to show and tell. I don't know what this actually includes. So let's see what the files are. My show and tell. So my show and tell is a piece of code that I wrote that prints a banner. And I'm going to find a way to use this, not important. This piece of code right here makes me so happy. It produces that banner you see at the bottom, where you say bookmarker version 0.1. I've been envious of all the geeks when they have their ASCII art, and so jealous. Then I found this app called Boxes. I'm like, wait, is this how they've been doing it? Get out, get out. And so I wanted to make a banner, but I had to figure out how to do it. I need the banner to resize when if I change the window size between steps. Let's see if I can do this. Pipe this straight over. Boom. So we could do things like that, right? I don't have a list of. I don't know any of the whatchamacallit, the other styles. But this is the app, right? Boxes. This is utility. So I've had it for a while. And I never bothered with padding or anything like that. You know, I sorted out. Well, first, I sorted out how to pad and center the item that I wanted, right? By padding on all sides, 56 or whatever it is. And then, so you see boxes -P, that says the P stands for padding. That's the for the left and the right of whatever you've written. And A stands for all the sides, I think left and right. And then S is the size of the how many columns you have. So I ran across T-put columns. I have no idea what that actually does. I think it just tells you how many columns there are. I think that's all it does. I don't even know what T-put means. All I know is that, yes, copy paste, is that I needed that number. So I stole that number and I stored it in columns. I said, okay, so echo the words bookmark, take that, send it over to boxes. Boxes, what I want you to do is to put a padding around it and get the column size from that number of columns. I was so happy with myself. I've never been happier. I'm so proud. So this is my piece of code that prints bookmarker version 0.1 surrounded by ASCII asterisks. And my name is Imorpheus. Thank you for coming to my show and tell. I'm not gonna say TED Talk. So, so I've been working with my students because I realized that I discovered that in Japan they're not taught how to present. Oh, it's a similar process for formulas and functions? Okay, that's encouraging to hear. Photo spice. That way, or now I don't have to be so afraid. So what is T-put? I know I'm getting columns from something, but what is T-put? What exactly is that tool? So, again, work related. I've been asking students, to present things, how to get from their home station to a location that they would recommend, and they can't do it. Directions are horrible. Terminal put manipulates and reads out different data of the current terminal. Okay, hold on. T-put, what else can we put? So we do columns. Okay, all right, what else? What are some other options? I guess we can go T-put H. All right, while I talk, could you give me something interesting? Colors? Oh, okay. 256, okay. Oh, so this tells me all the things about the terminal, which means I can probably change it somewhere too. Does this mean I can set the terminal window size on the fly or within a script? Oh God. Oh, X term returns to this color. Huh. So that means I can probably program via a script change the terminal window size. So I wouldn't have to do the whole thing about resizing, having the banner resize, huh? Sorry, everyone. Going into geek mode. The music is very loud. Oh, oh. Okay, thank you. How about that? Is that better? Thank you. What does that do? Hold on. Is it going to change the screen that I'm in right now? What happens if I open up another window? Okay, I can open up another window and carry that out. So T put cup 520. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Huh. Oh, you can fix the location of the cursor. Okay. Okay, all right. Redo. Thank you. I'm gonna go play with this. If you find anything else interesting, let me know. So, there, in both Korea and Japan, I've discovered, they don't learn how to present information, which means they don't know how to organize information, which means they don't identify information, which means they would struggle to put information into an Excel spreadsheet. And so I've made this command decision. I've taken it upon myself that I'm going to teach all of Japan how to conduct show and tell, and through that process, help them improve their English speaking ability. So to that end, last week, one of my students is currently playing Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, all those spaces. Haha. And he had to make a list. I just have to type resize rows and columns? Is it that simple? You've got to be kidding me. Alrighty. What was that? Alrighty. Boom. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Problem solved. So this was initially an Excel sheet, and it with my student we sat and we took maybe it took him about 10 or 15 minutes to actually identify what should go on the table. So the observations, the observation row, and then the variables. And the Japanese way of doing things is you just give the answer. And all I wanted to identify was how many trophies he had obtained up to now. But I realized he couldn't build a table. And he didn't have the right information. He just had bronze 35. It was, I don't know what it was. I said, stop. I said, let's start over. So he made this beautiful table. And from that, which I'm not gonna try to find the table, but trust me, it's a table. From that, he learned how to say things like, to earn the platinum trophy in Cyberpunk 2077, you will need 44 trophies. To date, I have obtained 35 out of the 44 required trophies. I've obtained 11 silver. I'm sorry. I've obtained none of the gold trophies required. I've obtained 11, or I've earned or obtained, or whatever the proper word is to use here. We're still debating that. I obtained, so far I've obtained 11 out of the 17 trophies, 11 out of 17 of the required silver trophies. I've obtained 24 out of the 26 required bronze trophies. Yeah, and like that. And he said, this is not how we say things in Japanese, nor how we organize the information. And so he said it would sound something like this. The obtained number of silver trophies is 11. So something along those lines. That's how it would come out. And my head almost exploded. My head almost exploded. Now, to confirm that I was on the right track, I sent this graphic to a friend of mine who teaches in Korea. We work together here in Japan. I didn't prompt him. I said, just explain this chart. Explain this table. And he's like, oh, I've yet to obtain blah, blah, blah. I've obtained so many out of so many. Like, yes, yes, yes. So I knew I was on the right track. That's the standard work page? Yeah. This car can be read. Yes? Oh my God. What is that video from? Oh, what is that quote from? I remember that. It was VinWiki. Was it not VinWiki? Was it VinWiki talking about offering cars to, or renting cars for photo shoots and fashion shoots or something like that? Wow, this car can be read, yes? That was wild. That was so wild. So, the show and tell. And I'm using Excel and tables and whatnot to help students. And I've been begging my students to do this. One of my students, Eddie, we're gonna look at her stuff right here. She is a model. She's also studying to become an actress. But her day job is graphic designer. Excel for President 2024. Yes. You know what? Yes. I could do that. I can get that. Now that's a candidate I think we can all get behind. Just not with Clippy. Clippy cannot be the vice president. No. So, oops, sorry. Typed in the wrong window. So, we're going to look at Eddie's class. Now, the order of the adjectives is a bit off because she didn't realize that there's a royal order of adjectives. She goes, wait, I can't change the order? I'm like, no, you can't change the order. Like, in English, it's fixed. But why? I'm like, I'm the messenger. Don't go shooting the messenger. I'm quite sure whoever came up with this originally, oh, dang it, they're not numbered properly. Whoever came up with this originally has a reason for it, and we're sticking with it. All right, so we're going to go with the first one here. Oh, shoot. Sorry, you guys. Got to deal with my the fact that I didn't renumber these. So, yay. Oh, I forgot to resize them. Okay, Eddie's Closet, hooray! We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. It doesn't matter at this point. All right. So the first image, it does matter. I've got to change this. Hold on. We're gonna do this one at a time. Oh, wait. Can we do them all? Hold on. What are these? PNG or JPEG? PNG. Okay. All right. Hold on. That's why I build these things. Let's see if this works. It might break everything, you guys. It could all go horribly, horribly wrong. Uh, YOLO. Please hold. Please hold. Okay. All right. So let's try this again. Oopsies. Haha. All right. Come on. Tell me. I should have tested the first one. Boom. Okay. Close enough. So, that works. Great. So, Eddie's closet. Ta-da. Whew. So we have her coat. The text got jacked up. It's her coat. I don't know if Chester is a shape. I don't know enough about fashion. But this is her. She photographed everything. Hey, welcome back. She did not use Excel, which is fine. Actually, this was an Excel sheet that she converted into a Google slideshow. So that works. All right, so this is her. We're gonna skip shape. This is her black Umelo Munelo wool Chester coat. I think that's probably what we should call it. For type. And she has, what was that, 2? 3. Then we have her, this is her black Barney's New York leather motorcycle jacket. So I've texted her and I said, you need to clean this up, you need to remove this, you need to swap the order around. And so it goes on like that. So this is how I've been using Excel as show and tell to help my students improve their ability to organize information, B, to improve their English. What am I up to? Okay. And this is her. Oh wait, why are we? Oh, hey, it's no laxative. What's with the? Is that character not smiling? Turn that frown upside down. There's her shirt. Oh, she updated, so collarless. Oh, we'll take it. So this is her collarless, pale purple United Arrows cellulose shirt. I'm not quite sure what the category is, but yeah, that's it. Just finished up work? Oskare-sama. You like the black jacket? It's morphin' time! And what was that? Let's see how many we have remaining. I've been abandoned, by the way. They've left me. They're abandoning me again. And 7. This is her collarless, pale pink Uniqlo cotton shirt. I think we're almost to the end. You know what? And this is her A-line off-white Barney's New York polyester skirt. And so since they don't know that the adjectives go in order, this forces them to put put the information in the spreadsheet. B, convert that information into some sort of a presentation and then present that information. So they have to identify it, organize it, create the presentation, present it, and then they have a conversation. So some of the phrases I taught, um, oh my God, where did you get that? Or where did you get your of course we wouldn't say it all, right? A-line, off-white, Barney's New York polyester skirt. Yeah, I'm doing this with everyone now. Everyone. Now that I've discovered that they are not taught how to do a simple show and tell, like this is my apartment, they can't even do that. Family photos are difficult. Photos are difficult. That skirt is cute, right? I'll pass on. This is the young lady that also loves K-pop. You guys bonded over. Who'd you guys bond over? You guys bonded over someone. I was just passing messages. I ended up passing messages to my dear sister and my student as they geeked. I don't know the proper word over K-pop. Super Junior, there it was. And I'm sending messages back and forth. You guys should just talk. You just become friends. That would solve so many of my problems. So, this is what we're doing with. This is what I'm doing with all of my students. See, I think there might be it. There might be a 9. Nope, that was it. Okay. So, that's work. Show and tell. Great. I think that's everything. Yes, it is. All right. If you were not taught how to present throughout your schooling, go call your congressman, whoever, and demand your parents' tax dollars back. You were cheated. Straight up cheated. Your parents got ripped off. You got ripped off. Learning how to present or identifying what you want to discuss. Then identifying what you're going to discuss under that header. Then gathering the information. Then complete. And if you can get an outline in bullet form or format, that's as far as you need to go. Yeah. It cheated. Cough, cough. You got cheated? Yeah. Okay. Uncle Imorph is here to help you. Get bust out Excel. I have now started collecting bookmarks, my own bookmarks locally. A, because I want to learn how to program better. B, I wanted to have something I could look at anytime. Things that were just interesting, or things that I found interesting. And I'm going to start curating my whole life. I decided I'm going to try to put as much of my life as possible into a spreadsheet. This is now my new goal. And for some reason, well, I know because the internet is listening, this book somehow popped up about curating, experience curating, popped up, and we know the internet is always listening. Hi, robot overlords. This book is exactly what I was looking for. Like, oh, I've been trying to do this. I'm not the only one. And it goes through the whole history about people used to do this hundreds of thousands of billions of gazillions of years ago. I don't know how old 2,000 years. 6,000 years? 2,000. 6,000? Some groups think it's 2,000. Some say it's a bazillion. Anyway, there was some curation going on way back when. So, it's good. I'm using it to help my students. I'm helping it to teach me how to program. I'm using experience curating and curating all the stuff around my house just to get myself organized and to see what's happening. And if you did not learn how to present, I think I skipped something, but I'll try to loop back. Then this all ties into presenting. If you can organize information, identify clearly what you want to discuss, like a title, how to write a function that how to write a program that's too geeky. Um, so let's think of something a bit broader. How to organize your closet. Excel life lists are so helpful. Yeah. So Eddie could write something like how to organize your closet. First, download iMorph's wonderful. Oh my God, did I just make a product? Download iMorph's wonderful Excel template explaining the English Royal Order of Adjectives. Go to your closet, put in the information of all the items you want to keep. Oh my God, you guys! I think I just stumbled across something. Put them in according to the Royal Order of Adjectives, and then chuck everything, and then all the items you don't want to keep, make a separate spreadsheet for that, and put those items in that spreadsheet. Take said spreadsheet of items that you no longer want. Either A, decide who you're going to give those items to, or B, figure out how much you want to charge for them, put that in the Excel chart, then go to eBay or something, and I'm quite sure you can batch export via CSV, and then go sell everything on eBay or some whatever service you want. And if they don't import CSV, well then you just gotta manually insert it. But still, you've got your list. Then go back to your original list, photograph each item, and then and keep track of sales on Excel. Exactly. Then, even if you are not an influencer or a YouTube person or an Insta person, but you're on the internet, you've got weeks of stuff that you can post. Here's one of the things. Here are all the things I decided to keep. Boom, and that's it. Next day, it's like, here's one of the things that I decided to keep, matched with another thing I decided to keep, and this is what they are, blah, 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 blah. Here's something that I put up on eBay and it sold for this much. You're welcome. So do I need to make a spreadsheet for people so they can sell stuff? I've seen people do it for saving money. But that's not important right now. Sister, please remember that. Get back to me on that brilliant idea I just had. I think I need to make that happen. There's a young lady that charges $12 for a spreadsheet that you put in all of your financial information and it runs all the calculations and then shows you exactly how much you're supposed to save, what you're supposed to do with this, how to cover in a time period, like if you have debt, what your debt is, what your income is, what your bills are, and you plop in the numbers and it calculates everything. And she said within a year she was out of debt. I'm quite sure she carried out some other steps, like she was doing stuff on the side. You have a guy that you buy Excel templates from all the time? We do. Here's your side gig. So, learn how to present. Show and tell. Start with your house. The rule is simple. You identify, you have an outside picture that says, this is my house. And then you go inside the house and you start with your bedroom. This is my bedroom. These are my things. But they won't do that yet. So, hi, this is my house. Boom. This is my bedroom, my parents' bedroom, my sister's bedroom. These are the common areas. This is the common area, living room, dining room. And this is the kitchen, this is the garage. And then you can go into like the color. There is a blah 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 carpet in this room. This room has blah blah blah. You go to all the details you want about not your personal items in the room, but the construction of the house. Right? The things you want to point out. Right? So if you were to sell it, the things you would point out. Then you pull back and you go outside and you talk about what's outside the house. There's a flower bed, and windows would come in here also. There are 4, as you can see, there are 4 pane glass windows, blah, 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 blah. And then your final thing is a final comment. Your final thing is a final comment. The last step, fired. The last step is, I really love my house because, and then you point out one of the items that you discussed in the presentation. Boom. Every building works like that. Every single building, every structure that's at the inside and outside, no matter where you are on the planet, no matter what it is, stadium, bowling alley, it doesn't matter. The pattern still works. That's the power of Excel and patterns and presentation patterns. They work for everything. If you're going to discuss people in a photograph, it's always, this is me, then your sibling, and then your parents. Some people might do a slight different change. This is myself, this is my mom and dad, this is my brother, who I hate. If the person you want to comment about, if it's your brother or sibling that you don't like, leave them for last, right? So, but it just, this is me, this is me, this is my sister, this is my mom and dad. If you really love your sister, this is me, this is my mom and dad, and this is my lovely sister. Excel, learn how to present. And if people just say, oh, just stand up and say something, it doesn't matter what. Shoot them in their dumb faces. Aww. The 5-paragraph essay is your freaking friend. And don't do the one where they say, well, the third paragraph should be something negative. No. 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 You're trying to make a point of why the thing is good. Oh, just to show that I'm not biased, I'll talk about something negative. No. No. You are biased. No, it should not. That's that new 21st century BS. You can't just say it. Just like you're shilling for it if you don't. It's just like, but what if someone thinks I really like it too much? That's the purpose. You gotta commit. 3 positive points, and you're out. Want none of this BS about. But what if it sounds like I'm being too blah blah blah? Bite me. So earlier we talked about emotions. This is a mood swing for me. This is I'm angry at the world. It's the only emotions I feel. I'm either this happy or really mad at everyone. Frustrated, disappointed. Disbelief. Those are my emotions. That's it. Everything else is like, meh. And I do feel empathy and sympathy for others when things are going horribly wrong and I can't help them. Breaks my heart. Heartbreak. There's my other emotion. So, don't be that person. But then, if you say it's only about the good points, you're saying that it's perfect, then it might not be perfect. So, anyway, where were we? Okay. Oh, God. What is wrong with me? All right, success. We're going to success, and then we're going to go on to album covers. I'm running out of time. But luckily, they left me here alone, so I can run a little bit over. Let's move back one more level. LS, we're going to go to success. Success. I don't know what I should start with. So, you took all the heartbreak feelings, kind of dead inside over here. I scooped up all the heartbreak DNA. It breaks when I can't help people. It absolutely just breaks my heart. I feel so helpless. I guess helplessness is another feeling I have when I can't help someone else. Like watching people suffer through something that's, you know how it ends, but you've got to pretend that that ending is not going to happen. I'm going through that like right now with someone that I know, and it's just tearing me up. It's absolutely horrible. and there's absolutely nothing I can do. And I'm angry at myself because I'm not rich. I am not rich. If I were rich, I'd take an ungodly amount of cash that I have in my disposal and find and just put as much money into making this individual's final whatever bearable or find a solution. That's what, also go out and be rich, be profitable. Being rich is not a bad thing. When you're rich and you've gained that money, through legal means, and you haven't ripped anyone off, there's nothing wrong with being prosperous. Okay? Now, lying and cheating to get that money, that's a problem. That's a problem. But if you go through all the steps legally, then it's yours. So yeah, I'm really mad at myself for being poor and broke. All right, let's talk about success. Let's talk about success. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here we have these. Oh no, where'd it go?
Thank you for trying this demo.
I didn't save the picture. No. I'm sorry, you guys. I thought I saved the one final picture. I have failed you. There should be a fourth picture. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I need to find this other image. What have I done? What have I done? I could have sworn I typed that. No. Oh. Okay, no, we're good. Hold on. So, let's talk about success. Also, buy all the books. Yeah, I'd buy you a PS5 so we can game together. All right, I'm running out of time here. So, right. Let's talk about success. So, it's never too late to follow your dreams. I like and do not like this. And lounge on the yacht on the Mediterranean. Nah, I just wanna. Is that a baby morph in the corner? Yes, that is a baby morph in the corner. That is a very young eye morph. Yes. So this idea about follow your dreams, I typed this and then I thought about it. It's never too late to start doing something that will lead to your dream. You don't know some people know what their dream is right off the bat. For those individuals, you're lucky. For others of us, it takes 50-something years. I love streaming. I love podcasting. I love running my mouth. I discovered Excel. I love curating. It's just taken me quite a while to reach this point. 53 years. But I made it. I made it, Mom! And so it's never too late to get started, is what this should say. Right? It's never too late to get started. That's exactly what it should say. I'll fix that for a later date. No, I won't. That's all I just tell myself. I probably will never fix it. Anyway, let's move on. Some examples. I don't know. I look in the mirror and I was like, wow. Okay, thank you. I am still very handsome. Okay, so here's some advice. Let's get some real life examples. Count Dracula was 12 years old when he moved to England in search of new blood. See, never too late to start. Just to start the search. One example, but solid. It's a good point, though. Does it not make the point? We have more. We have another one. Sauron, is that his name? I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Real life examples. Sauron was 54,000 years old when he forged the One Ring. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to start, boys and girls. These are just some fine real life examples that we can all follow. Which one was that? That was three. I don't know what's wrong with me. And Cthulhu, my personal favorite. Cthulhu had seen galaxies flare into life and fade to darkness before he put madness in the minds of men. It's never too late. Never too late. They all went on to greatness. Great things. We know their names. It's never too late. Now, some would say, well, what about the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken? Dude, what, 70, 60? Come on. Wet behind the ears. What I learned from this is that I can push all the annoying things I need to do at some point. Yes. I always remember this when I get down and say, yes, 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 right? Brown Bunny. Yes. Just start. Just start. I've been trying to learn how to program for years. I gave up. You said, wait, Morph, you said start. Yes. I started by giving up, by that pressure I was putting on myself that I've got to learn Python. I've got to learn Ruby. I've got to learn the newest language that's out there. I've got to set up this environment, blah, 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 blah. And I started by just using the one thing that I'm familiar with, which is the window you see here. That's where I started. So much joy. I've written several little scripts that do all kinds of wonderful things, that grab movies from YouTube and then store it locally. It doesn't record. I put it in an Excel sheet. It just shoves it in a folder. I should actually go through and do something with that, but that's a different project for another day. Bookmarks, Twitch clips, images that I download. I'm keeping a catalog of that also. I'm not automating, but making a script that I can put that information in. So once I gave up trying to do what everyone else said I should be doing and just did the thing that I could do right now, oh, so much joy. So much joy. So remember, Cthulhu had seen galaxies flare into life and fade to darkness before he put madness in the minds of men. It's so good. This was taken from Electric Insomnia on Facebook. So good. So, but we have to answer the question very quickly. What is success? Right? No. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I'm running out of time, you guys. Running out of time. No. So what is success? When you guys hear me do the no, that's Bunny Doo's no. Bunny Doo's the greatest. Love her so much. She's absolutely fantastic. So success. You need a screenshot of the ring one? You got it. It's on the way. As soon as I finish this, I'll send it over to you. So success. One would be financial. Why don't I have an overview? Would be financial stability. I found this definition online. I don't have a link. I lost the link. But they listed it. One of the things as success is financial stability. So what does financial stability look like to you? While I put that question out there and wait for your answers, I'm going to start getting ready to shower. No, I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm just going to get the towels and get everything set up so I can just go hop in the shower and then bail. So what defines financial security? What is that? What does that look like? Is it what does that mean? If you had to break down financial security and put it into an Excel sheet, what would be the variables and observations? What would be the variables for that at the top? Still gotta get ready. Okay, so enough money to pay rent and bills and to fulfill myself to a point where I can feel happy. Okay, what would make you happy? A financial security perhaps would be defined as sustainable means to provide with regards to having funds available. Okay, that's really long. If you had to put that into a spreadsheet is going to look at you and say, well, what? So break that down. We need to chunk. What is financial flexibility? Break that up. These are headers. So the header is financial flexibility. What does that look like? Happy is really subjective, yeah. So what are the bullet points under financial flexibility? What does that allow? Money equals good. Yes. So reduce says enough money to pay rent and bills and to fulfill myself to the point where I can feel happy. Okay, so what does that look like, Redo? Being able to buy necessities without checking bank account. I like that. Success is best described as pineapple on pizza. Oh, god dang it. Hello, everyone. Now, some of you often say that when you host a party, you should have things like flaming hot Cheetos and and Fanta, right? Not flat Fanta, but fresh out the can Fanta. But I disagree. I I would say a successful party is one that has all the pineapple pizza or Hawaiian pizza that your guests can eat in all the different forms. Deep dish, thin crust, the ones with the cheese in the crust, the Chicago style, pan. Even though it's supposed to be like margarita, but it's a margarita pineapple on pizza, right? That is a sign of a successful and enjoyable party. Sonic chair toss. uh, I disagree. Objection. So be very clear. Take each one of those statements and put some concrete fact, things that can be almost measured. So sustainable means, what are your sustainable, define as sustainable means to provide what? So what do you have to sustain, and what's the time frame? Make those things very, very clear because right now you have category headings, Nate, but not. So what about Hawaiian pizza with flaming hot Cheetos on top too? Oh, you're just getting fancy. You're just fancying it right up. It's no laxative. Now that's a fancy dress party. That's a fancy dress party when you had Hawaiian pizza with flaming hot Cheetos on top and Fanta fresh out the can. So financial flexibility can miss multiple paychecks and survive, can make unplanned investments, can take last minute vacations. There you go. I like that. So in terms of figures, what does that look like? I don't know how to feel about that. About the Hawaii pizza with flaming hot Cheetos on top. Yeah. All right. So everyone, I'm being very, very serious here. This is, sorry. I don't think people understand when I'm being serious. I'm being very serious right now. Let's just preface that with. Being able to miss multiple paychecks is definitely high on the list. Never know when you'll get sick or laid off. Yes. Okay. So I want everyone to work on this. My whole life got turned upside down like 3 times now. I'm still trying to put things back together. When the company I worked for went belly up, I probably made 4 times. The Lehman shock, then my medical issues, and then the earthquake, and now this COVID thing. It's absolutely bonkers. 3 to 6 months savings in the bank. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So, Nate, while you can, it's the age of the internet. there's a way for you to know the value of such the capacity to say yes. You need to find something that you can set up that will generate income for you. All right. So everyone's got that in their head, right? You guys are thinking. Be as clear as possible. What would Imorph say? Would he say this is being vague? Is it a vague category title? It's not being able to come in my when you crash your dirt bike. Now you're trying out there trying to do cans, right? I know. All right, you guys, I've got to push through because I'm past my cutoff time, but I'm gonna fake it like I have enough time. Okay. Passive income. I see the words financial stability. Having passive income. Yes. So you guys look at all the stuff that's in the chat. Pick something and start working toward it. This is not there's no get rich quick, but there are ways to start working toward it, which is all I'm suggesting. Okay, lifestyle. Having extra money for yarn is very important. Yes, this comes to life. Hold on, this is not lifestyle for you. That I have another category for you. All the Doge coins. That's a different. This is not you. So there's a category for what you're discussing. So what's the the lifestyle you want? This is not your creative endeavors. This is just the lifestyle you want. So hanging out on the beach, having enough money to follow the F1 circus around from country to country and sit in the VIP boxes. Coffee and cafe, that, my friends, yes, right? It could be something simple, is the lifestyle. Yeah, coffee, cafe with friends, or with something, right? Unlike my unrealistic or far future follow the F1 circus around, or MotoGP now, and jazz. Homes, Miami, France, New York, LA. Don't you want to I like sitting at home crocheting. That's your lifestyle. Great. Okay. So, and you want your house to look a certain way, right? You want certain trappings, correct? You guys seriously after this sit down and think about these three things. Financial security, lifestyle, and bookcases. You guys, someone has a horrible book addiction. It's so bad, you guys. I normally don't like to call out my sister here, but it's bad. It's library. You love an actual house? Okay, so you in Laser? You guys are fortunate. Maybe, she says to the comment of being a book addict. You guys work together. Sounds like you guys have been through a lot. Put your heads together. You guys are working on several projects, the YouTube channel. Put your heads together and think, okay, financial security and our financial state, and then we want a house. Okay, so how do we get to there, right? And if you're super clear, anything is obtainable. Some of it's going to include some luck and some help from outside. But once you start down that corridor, other avenues will open up. When someone says to you, "Oh, why are you doing that thing that you're probably going to give up in 3 months?" There's this thing called the corridor. Corridor something. And what this means is when you start doing something that you've never done before, opportunities, people, doors open up to you, and you run into things that you would have never imagined. I never thought that by turning on my PlayStation 4 one day, plugging in the cheap black one-side earpiece, and to start streaming Gran Turismo would put me at the head of a cult. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got. It's a very small cult. but it's mine. And I love you guys, my fellow cultists. Who knew? Along the way, I received this level of cult leadership is an interesting path. It is. I did not expect to end up here. Let me tell you. It's like, wait, so start. I volunteered as a mod. Now I'm multiple channels, right? Yes, the fanciest coffee cult. Right? It's so wild, right? So it's like that 4 panels from the that whatever that movie is. So start streaming, gain followers, become the leader of a cult. Become the leader of a cult? Exactly. Hey, Laser, what's up? So I'm sitting here, Snow Laxative, the little figurine that you made of me is sitting on the desk. And Midnight Chef has made a little box. Well, she made a little box with a little cat that she bought, but I've evicted the cat. And I placed myself in the cute little box. So it sits with me when I'm teaching and I look over and I get happy thoughts. Thank you. Mwah. So, do the things. Laser is a great example. He decided to start talking in chat. He started racing with us. Then he became this livery master. Then he started a podcast. He bonded over Karate Kid with Gotones. Then he has a YouTube channel where he's reviewing food and snacks. Right? I don't know if this would have been possible had he not just said, "Hey, iMorph." So people say, well, why are you doing that? I mean, you didn't keep doing the podcast. It doesn't matter. It opened you up to so many other things. And you build off of that. So I started this rant because I was saying how lifestyle, stay focused. You're going to start streaming Breath of Fire on the 3rd, Breath of Fire 3 on Saturday. Excellent. Dear sister, please give Laser and Stone Laxative a follow, and Nate, and Sonic Chair Toss. It's mutual. The love goes both ways, Laser, Stone Laxative. The love goes both ways. You guys, Laser, follow them here on Twitch. Laser, the livery's fantastic. Snow Laxative, my nemesis. My true nemesis. Follow Nate. Don't listen to Nate. Don't listen to Nate. Follow Nate. That's it. That's okay though. But you're here. You were a mod, and you stream when you can. It's like a hobby. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. My nemesis, Snorlaxative. I shall best you one day, woman. She's really fast, you guys. You get the itch to race sometimes. Again, you should do it. You are really fast. You have a natural talent. You should look into. They have the they race in the parking lots. You should look into that. I'm not joking. You should really look into that. You have this. If what you do in the game can translate to real life, which I think it probably will, you should look into that. You really should. The knitting car driver. I don't know what you want to call yourself, but you really should. Oh, don't worry about it, Nate. It's when was the last time you saw me, dear sister, in the flesh? To confirm that, in fact, I am a real boy. Laser's always after you to slow down. You need to go on the track. You need to go down there and say, hey, you guys, I don't have a car. I'm real. Yes. Yes. You blame it on Gran Turismo? I say nay. It was always inside of you. Fake news. I'm a VTuber. A virtual YouTuber. That's why you guys never see me on camera. I'm actually a machine. Max Headroom. So yeah. All right. Oh yes, I'm about to run out of time. If you, any of you here who are listening, if you want to talk about like more, I'm working on this Can I run it by you? Feel free in Discord, on Twitter, Messenger. Talk to me. Just remember the corridor principle. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. It opens up opportunities. It builds confidence. It gives you more tools to play with later down the line. Okay, let's get to the third one. And then we're going to go do something we got to do one other thing after that. I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. Okay, and the last one is creative freedom. I follow plenty of people that aren't on a consistent schedule on YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Exactly, it does not matter. Creative freedom. Stone Laxative, Brown Bunny, Laser, Nate. This is what you guys are talking about right now. Streaming when you want as a hobby, knitting, bookcase, more time to read books, right? That's that expression, right? It's Sonic Chair Toss, posting videos of him riding motocross. So those are the three categories, and I don't think I have a final overview slide. So financial stability, lifestyle, creative freedom. Oh yes, I'm pretty sure Sonic Chair Toss rides motocross. You guys all really need to hang out. You guys have so much. I know all of you guys. Crochet. We get mad when you mix up crochet with. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ignore those people. Tell them because iMorph said it's okay. Well, my cult leader said it's okay. If you got a problem, take it up with him. Send them to me. You guys have so much overlap. And there we go. My work here is done. My work here is done. I'm so happy. I knit and crochet. I just send you yarn. Yes, my work here is done. Talk to the chief. He said it's fine. Why are you picking on me? And there we go. None of that. That's right. It's none of their business. Okay, we have one more thing, and then I've got to bail. I got to bail. What am I doing here? What am I? Oh, we're backing up. We are going to FCC Records. Oh, you got. Okay, you guys. Okay, I was responsible. White chocolate. What's up, white chocolate? You just come in right at the end here. Okay, you guys. I did it. I was responsible. I was a great leader. I was a great leader. I converted the bands that we came up with last week. I did it. I cheated a lot. Ohio. I cheated a lot, but I turned them into albums via Canva. They have album cover templates. I cheated, but there we go. Best cult leader. Thank you. So here's Hyperspeed by the White Racing Stripes. Unfortunately, I don't know what other information to put on. I should like a volume number or something like that. Yes, right? Right? Okay, we got one more. We've got Loose Nut, Left Lane. Oh. It's good, right? Right? And probably my favorite. Oh, Loose Nut live, high while driving. I know it's so irresponsible. It's so good. Oh man. The Racer X band. Racer X. All right. So next week we'll have some more images. I'll go into the Discovery tab of Gran Turismo Sport, and we'll go through. You want to buy all these albums? I know, right? If you find some great Square. Now I'm saying great in front of square formatted. Oh no. If you find some great photos that you think would make a great album cover that are squares, send them to me. What kind of music is Loose Nut? Hold on, I can tell you that. Hold on. Um, uh, Loose Nuts. Loose Nuts. Oh dang it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Loose Nuts. They are a new age jazz punk fusion band. Jazz metal. uh, oh, jazz metal. That's what's his name? Lewis Cole. Yes. Oh, I forgot the link. Okay, you guys. Unfortunately, I've got class. Is everyone squared away on our new definition of success? Are we all clear? Having a class in an hour, so needing to take a shower, smell like flowers, exuding confidence. Exactly. That's exactly what I've got to do. Fortunately, I showered yesterday. I showered, had washed my hair, conditioned my hair, so I'm not completely stinky, but I still need to hop in the shower again a second time. All right, if you guys find anything that looks like a good album cover that people can, it'll be a springboard, send it my way. I'm meant to be sending something to you, dear sister, but I've already forgotten, but I know I need to send something. For those of you who are lurking, I love you very much. Mwah. This has been the Fancy Coffee Club Radio Time with iMorph TV and the cult. Totally not a cult. All right, I gotta go. I love you guys. I hate ending this. I hate ending this so much. We'll be streaming tonight. Possibly Gran Turismo Sport to find some images. Unsure. But I'll see you then. Bye. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.